Live from the Washington, D.C. area, it's the Inside Scoop. All the news that our viewers want to know. Now, here's the host.
Hi folks, Cesar here, back in Studio C. Thank you for joining us this evening. We have a great show this evening. It is December 1st, 2025. We just finished off a great Thanksgiving weekend. We're giving thanks. We're continuing that holiday spirit. And I thought, while we're going into the holiday season, I thought it'd be a good idea to reach out and talk to some of the people and groups that are actually giving to our communities, making a difference with their time, energy, and monies. So my first guest, full disclosure, dear friend of mine, I've donated to this foundation. It's a special group of people. Please welcome my first guest, Mr. Scott Schilling, President of the Green Lizard Foundation. Sir, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Cesar. It's really a pleasure.
No, man, thank you. I wanted to share kind of what you all are doing in the area with the rest of the folks in the Northern Virginia area that may not know what's going on. So, Green Lizard Foundation, what started? What drove its initiation?
Yeah, so the Green Lizard Foundation is the charitable arm of the Green Lizard Cycling Club, located in Herndon, Virginia.
Best bike shop ever.
Right in the bike path. The owners, Dave and Beth, back in 2019 decided that they wanted to be more involved with the community, but they wanted it to be separate from the business. And we decided in 2019, without any foresight into the future, that we were going to start a nonprofit that really focused on kids and getting them more physically active and nutritional needs within the community, as we saw those being the two needs that really were visible within the town of Herndon. Shortly after that, the pandemic hit and kind of stifled our start out of the starting block, but it was a good start, and it's been a great ride so far.
Yeah, I mean, I remembered when it was kind of being talked about. They were actually using their own personal and business funds.
Correct.
Right, to just give back. So, I mean, it kind of, what I remembered, it was like sort of this sort of group effort, right, to create this thing, this need to give into the community.
Yeah, there was about 5 of us that came together, and there's obviously the initial paperwork side of it that got it started off, but then it was kind of just a grassroots effort that we kind of figured it out as we went, with a lot of people that had a lot of passion to bring to the community, but not a lot of experience with running nonprofits, and it's been an adventure since then.
Well, it's the passion that do some good, right?
Correct, absolutely, yeah. And it's really an awesome opportunity to meet people within the community and help those either through bike donations and the other ways that we really reach out to the community and help them become more active and see the impacts that we're making on kids. As you know, I've been within the community 17 years now, and seeing some of those people grow up and stuff like that, it's really a great pleasure to see and help those kids.
So as president, what did you learn along the way? I mean, when you first started out, what was the thing that stuck out most? Like wow.
Yeah, I think I think there's 2 things. The first is the power that you can really make within the community and people's lives. Sometimes it doesn't take a ton of money. It just takes some people with kindness and some resources that can go out. You know, we've helped people just get to work by just giving them bikes, and the gratitude that they bring that they can get to work now, and that simple ability to make that happen. The other part is, you know, just the a lot of times great efforts and are awesome, but there's a component to it that's, you know, a little bit more challenging with an LLC, not an LLC, sorry, a nonprofit. And you know, we've kind of learned as we've gone and allowed that to not get in our way. So yeah.
So in terms of some of the people or groups that have come out to help, because I remember there was like a small group of people, but it seems to me, at least as an outsider looking, there's a lot of people that want to and do contribute.
Yeah, we have a great community at the Green Lizard and within the town of Herndon. And a lot of people are really passionate about helping and helping the need. And just a ton of people that have come out over and over again. Other organizations, we have other friends of ours that run other nonprofits, and they have reached out to help us. And it's really just a very giving community that is really rooted around bicycling and activity. And that was really what drove the vision for the Green Lizard Foundation, is getting kids more active so they can live healthier lives and through nutrition and exercise.
What are some of the events or activities that you guys are doing?
Yeah, so right now, one of the big things that we're doing is helping the Herndon Middle School run a bike program. Prior to the pandemic, they were running a bike program that helps kids learn how to maintain and strip down and fix bikes with the idea of giving them a potential trade that at some point, if they want to have the mechanics and stuff like that, they can do that. The pandemic really paused that program for a couple of years, and this year we have worked with the middle school to bring that back, and we have a lot of kids there. Every Thursday we go down there and help those kids, just seeing the joy on their faces as they, we bring in old bikes that need some love and care, and they learn how to break those down, maintain them, and do safety. So that's one of the things we've done. We've also contributed new bikes to another cause called She Believes in Me, and that is a foundation that really helps get kids out and more active for a variety of reasons. They may be at home and are maybe not as social as some other kids and whatnot, and it is really about getting those kids out, and the ability to bring those bikes to those kids and get them out riding was a great thing. And they came down and picked up their bikes and really bonded with the owner, Dave Myers, and it was a great experience. So those are some of the things that we've been doing down in the...
So how do folks get in touch with the foundation? How do they kind of connect? Because I can imagine there's a huge need or interest in this.
So we are partnered with the Green Lizard the Green Lizard Cycling, and so they can reach out to the store. We also have a Facebook page as well as a website that they can reach out to and send us any types of communications through those ways. And we are happy to work with anyone that's willing to work with us.
Talk about some of the events that have happened. Like, I know you did the Bike to Work Day.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Yeah. So
how do you support that?
Yeah. So the Bike to Work Day is once a year, and Dave and his team go out there and they put up a maintenance tent for folks that are riding to work, so they can make sure that their bikes are in tip-top shape. We from the foundation are going out there, giving some of the T-shirts, really promoting what we do. We had some this year. We had some water bottles with ways to contribute to the foundation if they want, and it's really about trying to promote the foundation and the brand and how we're engaging with the community to get those kids active and really get the word out.
How do you think you're doing in terms of penetrating those communities in need?
I think we're doing a good job within the cycling community. I think the next bigger thing is going to be trying to get beyond that and really expand that audience, as we were talking about earlier, is trying to get that different audience that can help bring and scale the size of the organization and the impact that we can bring to the community.
Some growth plans for next year?
That's the goal.
Okay. In terms of like the overall like target, you're pretty much just centered in focused on Herndon, right?
Yeah, Herndon and the surrounding areas, yeah.
What's some of the challenges? Because I know it's a pretty diverse, multi-language and...
Yeah, so part of the challenges are obviously Herndon has a very diverse community, as you mentioned. We also have a lot of a population in need, whether it be from a food and monetary perspective that makes existing in Northern Virginia a challenge. So that has been a challenge, as well as, we are an organization that doesn't have a lot of diversity in our leadership at the moment. And so reaching out to a Hispanic population is challenged when, we don't necessarily look like that audience, and nor do we, a lot of us speak that language. So that has been a challenge. We have, in the past, worked through the elementary schools. For a lot of times we have provided food during the holidays, right around the Christmas period, and we have worked through the counselors to bring food to those kids when, during those long holiday breaks, they don't get that free and reduced lunch, and we can help substitute and bridge that gap.
No. So you're helping the kids, elementary. You help people actually ride bikes to and from jobs.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're helping the commuters there. That's a big impact.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
big impact.
We've also obviously supported other teams, whether it be some of the youth kids in Herndon Reston. The Girls on the Run we've supported in the past, and some of the athletic teams at the high school. So yeah.
So is the goal then for, like we talked about where we are now, and I'm going to bring you back for the next segment here, because I want to talk about the stuff for next year.
Sure.
Because I know you got a bunch of stuff, and you got some stuff this weekend.
Yep.
That I know that you're teaming up with some other nonprofits as well. So,
Yep.
But just real quickly, you guys got the support you need, do you think, or you're going to send people to donate, or?
Yeah, no, we would love to send people to donate. I think we have a good foundation, but we're looking to build and bring your impact to the community.
All right, we're going to come back to the next segment. I'm going to hold tight. Folks, I told you this is going to be good, so we'll break away with our public service announcements, but I do want to get back into this next segment because I want you to get more details about this foundation. Come right back. Thanks.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
So how was work?
It was 1,300 hours. My math class from 302 was in the trenches. Davy Roth had it the worst. Fractions were coming at him left and right. He just didn't get the damn things. 2 days ago, I tried to teach him what 1/4 of 1/2 was using different sizes of blocks. Yesterday, I tried again by dividing up pizza. Both missions failed.
Oh, no.
But today, I was ready. I created a combat math game where the only way to beat the enemy is to out-fraction them. Davy conquered every last denominator. My game was so successful, the principal is deploying it to math squadrons all over the school.
Anywho, how was your day?
Oh, today my boss treated the office to salad wraps.
Salad wraps.
I know.
150 over 90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. You might not feel its symptoms, but the results from a stroke are far from invisible or silent. If you've come off your treatment plan, get back on it, or talk with your doctor to create an exercise, diet, and medication plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
We're back to the Inside Scoop. Here again, your host.
Hi, folks. Cesar here, back in Studio C. Thanks for coming back for our next segment. Told you we had a special show this evening. With me again, staying overtime, is my guest, Scott Chilling, the president of the Green Lizard Foundation, a nonprofit doing a lot of great stuff in Herndon and beyond. Scott, thanks for hanging around.
Absolutely.
So you guys have done a bunch of stuff. Tell me, you got something going on this weekend, correct?
Yeah, so this weekend we're going to be working with one of our partners organizations on supporting a food drive in Herndon. One of the things we mentioned was the need for nutritional assistance within the community. And one of the ways that we're supporting it is through helping to collect and sort and distribute food this Saturday coming up with food donations. Should folks want to donate, you can come to the Green Lizard at 718 Lynn Street in Herndon, Virginia, and drop off food for this coming distribution this Saturday. We'll be sorting the food this Thursday and Friday, and with the intent of distributing that on Saturday morning.
So donations accepted any time between now and then, 718 Lynn Street, Herndon,
Correct.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a annual.
Yeah, this is the third annual that we've supported, and it's a great event. You see a lot of people coming out with a lot of appreciation, and it's a great thing. We ended up going to Costco today to do a big food gathering. So yeah, we're a big part of it, and we're happy to support the cause.
Yeah, and you're partnering with the Stars and Stripes Nova Committee.
Correct.
Surprise, surprise, they're our guest in the next segment, so
Right.
stay tuned for that. What are some of the other things that you guys are working on?
Yeah, so throughout the year, we do a combination of support events as well as fundraisers, obviously. One of the things that we'll be doing is we'll be continuing the Herndon Middle School thing through the end of the school year, so that will keep our team busy, as well as we have trying to do two big fundraisers. One of them will be a bike scavenger hunt that tries to partner.
Love that one.
Yeah, tries to partner those folks who have
So
a love for.
tell people why it's so much fun.
All right.
So what do they do? Because people got to know about this.
Yeah, so we ride from here to Leesburg and back, and
So from Herndon.
from Herndon,
to
right?
Leesburg,
Yeah,
right,
so
okay.
from Herndon to Leesburg, and throughout it we try and promote different small businesses. So we create a virtual, not virtual, but a scavenger hunt where they stop at different businesses along the path and participate and get to experience that business and collect points along the way. And then when they
And breweries are involved in this?
yeah.
Okay,
There-
so
we try and include some breweries along the way, which helps increase the, you know.
Okay.
But we also have those, you know, that we don't want to keep it to just adults, so kids
Sure.
are welcome, and obviously they're under 21, so we're aware of that. But also when you get back, we have a dinner and we have prizes and giveaways for folks. So that is one of our big fundraisers that we really enjoy, and it gets the community involved.
All right, what other fundraiser you mentioned too?
Yeah, so one of the things that we try and do is a fall event. We've done what we called a fall fest or an October fest in the fall, and a lot of our team this year had some health reasons, so we ended up scratching it this year, but we're looking forward to bringing it back next year in the fall, where it's just a great time for supporters to come out and really experience one another and what we're doing, and help try and raise some money for the community.
Now, where can people go to donate? Is there a website, or I think?
Yeah, so they can go to.
Can you guys put up the website?
Our partner our parent organization, which is the Core Foundation. We do business under them. At their website, there is a link there where you can donate to the foundation. You know, we also, for whatever reason, if you're local and you just want to just walk into the Green Lizard, experience you know, a bike and a beer or a coffee every morning. Me and Cesar are there usually almost every morning. And you can just, you know, give a check in an envelope to the owner, and that makes its way to us too. And we have folks that do that as well.
Awesome, awesome. In terms of like some other activities, I know you got a ton listed there. Just
One of the things we're hoping for is, I know our owner, so Dave, the owner of the Green Lizard, the Green Lizard, is really working with the town of Herndon in trying to bring a certified crete to the community.
Yeah, I'm working on
So that's one of the things that we're hoping as a foundation we can really get behind and support. That would be a great event for
So
the
for the
community.
folks that don't know, it's a contained bike race, laps
Yeah.
within the downtown.
Yeah, and it allows those semi-professional folks to kind of earn points and really try and build up the points needed to go professional. And it's a great event. Some of the other communities in the neighboring area do it, and it's a big hit. So,
No,
yeah.
that would be great. I know you guys are doing so much outreach and work on that, but that would be a good one if we can pull that off. That would be amazing.
Yeah, we would really love it. So
Yeah.
it'd be great.
What are some other long-term plans for the foundation?
Yeah, we like to at the foundation explore different opportunities and different organizations where we can make impacts. We want to find new and unique opportunities where we can get it and make impacts. So trying to reach out to those organizations that represent those folks in need, where we can come in and help feed those needs of those communities that align with our vision of more, whether it be food-based or activity-based, are there ways where we can come in and really make a difference. So working to find those different avenues is one of the key things that we're trying to build on top of maintaining those continued relationships that we have already.
So your core foundation corefoundation.org
Correct.
/the-green-lizard-foundation.
Correct.
Okay, so people can go there,
Right.
donate. Who do they send like ideas or questions or comments to?
Yeah, you can send it to we have a variety of ways. It's easy enough. A lot of people are still on Facebook. You can go. We have our Green Lizard Foundation Facebook page where we get a lot of traffic, and you can just reach out there and message us. It comes to me, and send us some messages on you want, or again, just come to the Lizard in the morning and chat me up, and
Now,
that's fine.
I got to share with the public. You guys had an awesome wine tasting.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that and
Yes.
your plans for like another one, perhaps.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
people love their wine here.
Yeah. So when me and
Anything to raise a good cause, right?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So when my family went to Italy for my 50th birthday, and while we were in Tuscany, we created a relationship with a vineyard out there. They reached out to us and were interested in doing a wine tasting event at the Green Lizard. So we organized an event where they flew out here and did a wine tasting event with those folks at the Lizard, special group of folks, and just had a wonderful night. You get to experience a lot of different wines that you just can't buy in the local markets here. We paired it with some great edibles, and it was just a really pleasant evening, and everyone loved it, gave us rave reviews, as well as the winery. The winery said it was one of their biggest successes. So we're looking for opportunities to do that again with them and maybe some other wineries in the area, and trying to, explore different ways of fundraising.
You need that sort of innovation.
Right,
so
exactly.
Kudos to you guys.
Exactly.
Any obstacles you see? I mean, it sounds like you guys are on a good roll here.
Yeah, no, we are a team of folks that have full-time jobs, and obviously that sometimes competes with the foundation and how involved we can be. But I think beyond that, I think our ability just to create those relationships, those new relationships in those communities, as we have tried to bring in new partners, we have. We keep an eye out for team members that can join that would help better connect with those audiences, right? So if there's folks that are interested in joining that, want to be a part of our vision and can help bridge with some of those communities, we would be welcome to that conversation.
No, that's good. That's important too, because you can't keep going back to the same well.
Yeah, right.
Right. I mean, it's like so many people, organizations, or nonprofits tend to get into that sort of institutional like play.
Yeah.
Like just keep running the same play to the same people.
Correct. Yeah.
So I think branching out is a brilliant way to sustain that long term.
Yeah. So. And I think it just creates a lot of great relationships. Our ability to make impacts in the community is all about relationships and understanding where those needs are, and help bridging those gaps. And it's an awesome thing to be able to spend your time making a difference in your community. So
I'm going to spring this on you, just a little bit of a surprise.
Okay.
Word has it you are like an awesome dad joke teller. And as you're thinking about that, as we cut away here, I just want to say, I see what you all have done as a nonprofit, working with Dave and Beth at the Green Lizard, creating that community and really expanding it into really the give back.
Yeah.
And I will tell you to keep that going, because you will never know the impact that you make on a young person.
Yeah.
It's not measured in a quarter, a year. You guys just keep doing the good work.
Thank you.
Because you will never fully realize. Because I will tell you, I'm a product of someone investing or just being kind or giving me or my family something. We were on free lunches. We were on subsidized housing. We were on, welfare. We were on that stuff. And just giving someone just a little bit of a, hey, someone actually cares enough about you to invest this little thing.
Yeah.
That is immeasurable. So God bless you guys for doing that.
Yeah.
So that gave you enough time to think about a dad joke that you might want to share here, because I know you're well known for that. So you got a few seconds here, bro.
All right. What did the Terminator say when he crossed the road?
The Terminator?
Yeah.
Say when he crossed the road.
I'll be back.
Oh, jeez, come on, man.
There you go.
Folks, did I tell you this is going to be a special show? Mr. Schelling, president of the Green Lizard Foundation, was my guest this evening. Please go out to that website. Make sure you get that. It's a great cause for a great group of people doing some great things for our community. So stick around. Come back to the next segment. We've got this public service announcement, so I appreciate you hanging out.
Nice going, Spencer. I can't believe we broke Old Man Hennessy's window.
Correction, dude. You broke. I just threw the ball.
This is really bad. What are we gonna do?
We? Go to the door, ask for the ball back.
Are you serious?
It's my ball, Myrtleback.
You're so dead.
I'd run away.
Yeah, to Uruguay.
Kiss your life goodbye. Sorry.
Let's go.
Dad.
See you, dude. See ya. You remember me and you're well.
Nice one. Some friends you are.
Keep smiling, keep shining.
Hi. Tell him it was an accident. And we can fix the window. Come on. I'll come with you.
Loyalty. Pass it on.
You go first.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
One day these rats were playing in the woods. Well, it's some matches and that's no good. Listen to smoke before you give it a try. Only you. Don't play with matches. Don't play with fire. Cause there's nothing very funny about rigged out life. Nothing very nice. Holy spice. So if a gorgeous force is what you desire, don't play with matches. Don't play with fire. Yeah.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Fire.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
We're back to the Inside Scoop. Here again, your host.
Hi folks, Cesar here, back in Studio C. I told you we had a great show this evening, and my next guest proves that. Please welcome my dear friend, Philip Langer. He is the Chief of Staff for the nonprofit group, the Stars and Stripes Nova Committee. Sir, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk a little bit so the folks know who you are, what you're doing, and really why you're doing it. So tell us a little bit about Stars and Stripes Nova Committee.
Well, we were started 4 years ago. We're Langer Consulting, DBA, Stars and Stripes Nova Committee. We're both 501c3 nonprofits. We really started Langer Consulting to help other nonprofits fundraise because many of them don't have a development director and they didn't know how to fill out applications or do proposals. And while we were doing that, we met so many veterans and so many military families and just citizens of Herndon who said, we want to help the veterans and service members, but we don't know how. So
that became your mission.
Yeah, that became our mission. And so we started Stars and Stripes Nova Committee, and it's been a great ride. So many people have helped us along the way.
What were some of the sort of obstacles to get there? I remember it was a little bit, coming to Herndon, you guys received some pushback there.
Yes. Well, you know, it was interesting. When we started Stars and Stripes Nova Committee and we were thinking of doing our first food and clothing distribution, everybody told us, oh, well, Herndon is, you know, sort of a middle-class community. There really isn't anybody who's food deprived. And in the first year, we had over 3,000 people come in 4 hours, and we gave out 26,000 pounds of free food.
Amazing.
Plus, we also, I think what makes us unique is we also not only give non-perishable foods, but we also give fresh vegetables, and then we have free clothing for people.
So you have a primary focus on veterans and military families, right? But it's expanded to something beyond that.
It has. So right now we say families in need, first responders, and caregivers. And we'd like to partner with other nonprofits. Right now we're starting to partner with a group called Cook for Vets, and they help disabled vets who can't leave their apartment or facility, and they cook for them. And we're going to donate non-perishable foods plus some vegetables.
Wow. So tell me again how that works. So you partnered with them. They're part of sort of this delivery? Or?
That's correct. They have people who drive and drop off food. We believe that we should give as much service to those who have served. So we'd like to partner with other nonprofits and even with LLCs. Right now we're also working with the Center for Veterans in Transition. Colonel Steve Zappella, for some reason he went from being a tank commander, leaving the Marines and then getting a degree as a therapist, and now he's helping fellow veterans with PTSD and other mental health issues.
And there is certainly that. What surprised me is the food insecurity among veterans. Help me understand how that happens and how you all are helping address that.
Well, you know, when we first started, we thought it was just veterans, but we've even discovered that some of the new enlisted members in the different services, they're also food deprived, so we've been helping them out. And it's really just word of mouth. We've talked to so many individuals in Herndon as well as other nonprofits, and they all told me about, and also my associate director and co-founder, Stephen Abudsky. There's so many veterans and their families who are food deprived. And we thought it was time to do something because there's so much food out there, and we were able to put together a coalition of other corporations, companies, and a lot of individuals to donate not only their time but food and clothing.
Who are some of those other organizations that you're partnering with? Because I want to give them a shout out.
Yeah, in the last 2 years we've had Goya Foods, we've had Wegmans, we've had Giant, we've had Harris Teeter. This year we have Cisco who's helping out, among others. And they all have just jumped into the fray because they know, especially for this holiday, there's even a larger segment of individuals who are food deprived and need help. And that's what we're trying to do. We want to close the gap.
No, that's great. And full disclosure to the public, I have contributed to the committee. I do support this. and you all asked me to help out. I just walked into the Safeway there in Herndon and asked if they would be willing to donate items. Without hesitating, they donated bags for distribution.
That's great.
I mean, it was just like the name, the initiative, the cause. I think it's a very just and honorable thing.
Yeah,
So.
and I want to say that it's not just companies and corporations we're looking to. We've put up, donation boxes in different sites, and individuals have just been terrific. And what's really great, we've had a lot of canned food. We've even had food for infants. And when we've asked for donations of clothing, some of the clothing still has tags on it. It's brand new.
Wow. You mentioned the folks that are contributing, but in terms of the nonprofits, Centers for Veterans in Transition, Cornerstone, you mentioned Cook for Vets, 1010 Life,
yes,
Women
they
Giving
help
Back,
us. Yes.
Warriors Ethos.
Yeah, we're working with all of those because, we want to have a large tent. We want to help veterans in all areas, whether it's PTSD, mental health, physical therapy, job training, if they want to become entrepreneurs, and also what I think is important that we should all remember, it's not just the veteran, it's their family. We believe that there should also be wraparound family services, so we're helping them as well. At the last food and clothing distribution, a family came up, and the person who needed help was the daughter who was a junior at Herndon High School, because she said her family had just been transferred from Germany. Her father was an Air Force officer, and she said she was having a really terrible time with the transition because she knew nobody at high school. So we were able to get a really nice therapist to help her, and it's been a great collaboration, and she feels much better about her stance as she's going through high school. The junior and senior years are tough.
Yeah. No, it's great that the brand has such a support. And just, again, the mission is one that's...
And I should also mention that one of our strongest advocates has been Armed Forces Mutual, General Mike Meese, a retired, again, a Ranger General. They've been really terrific. And, when we first started, we thought when we started talking to like retired generals, retired colonels, they would say, oh, we're just too busy. But instead they said, hey, we know veterans need help. If you need me, I'm there.
That's great. That's great. What were some of the things that, you've been doing this for a few years now. What were some of the things that kind of surprised you or you thought were maybe different? What were some of the things that hit you?
I'm glad you brought that up because I came down from New York City, and one of the things that I thought was really wonderful was when we had the individuals come to get free bags of food and free clothing, they would help each other out. I remember last year I was a little surprised because some of the families would have like 3 or 4 bags of food, and they would put it to the side, and then they would walk about 200 feet away to get clothing, and when they came back, the food was still there. And I remember somebody's bag broke, and somebody said, here, why don't you have my bag? And they helped them transfer the food, and I thought that was terrific. And what's really great is when the individuals come for the food and for the clothing, they say thank you, and that's really important to us, that they're appreciative and also that we can help them.
Yeah, it seems... I was surprised that first year that you did the giveaway. There was such a need. And it's only become greater.
Oh, it has.
Right.
In fact, it's a lot of the people in the last 3 years have said, do you do this every weekend? We're like, we'd like to, but we can't. We are thinking of putting up a food kitchen because we want to make sure it's not just one day out of the year. But that is absolutely true. And what's great is, we ask people to volunteer not only on the day, this year it'll be December 6th, but if they can come 2 or 3 days before that Thursday and Friday and help us bag, that would be great. I still remember a young woman who was, I would say maybe 30, and she said she had heard about us on social media, didn't know anything about Stars and Stripes Nova Committee. And she said, I can't come on the day that you do the distribution, but I wanted to come this day and spend 3 or 4 hours bagging. And I thought that was great. She said, my husband's a Marine at the Pentagon.
Talk to me a little bit about sort of that food, the kitchen, the soup kitchen. Because I know with veterans, there is food insecurity. Conceptually, explain that. How does that work? What support do you need? Talk a little bit more
Well,
about
that's why we believe in partnerships. We've been talking to 2 different nonprofits who actually do cooking. One of them already has a soup kitchen outside of Herndon. We'd like to have one here. And what we would like to do, we've talked about a couple of sites, and they would come and help with the food. And we've already talked to a number of supermarkets who said they would donate food. I thought it was interesting when we first talked to them, they would say, you know, when they have a meat product, it may say the due date is a week away, but they really can't use it. And we were like, give it to us. We can still use it. It's still good. So we want to do that. And I also have to let everybody know, even though our focus is on service members, veterans, and first responders, we'll help any family in need. We just want to be there. I mean, the holiday season is when you really help others, and that's why I'm hoping we can do a shout out to everybody who's listening and they can help us in some way.
Yeah, no, definitely. So, and just so folks know, it's the website is starsandstripesnovacommittee.org.
That's correct, and
So-
just use the QR code.
Okay.
And if you want to drop off food or clothing, we do have donation boxes at different sites, but they can also just go to the Green Lizard Foundation Bike Shop, which is in downtown Herndon, or you can go to our website and say you would like to drop something off at our main office.
Yeah, and as the next segment, I want to talk about everything you're doing for next year, because it's pretty aggressive and very ambitious.
Really.
But as we close out this segment, I just want to say I am really just in awe at the work that the committee does and the members, their commitment to veterans, first responders, and beyond. I mean, it is quite frankly humbling to see the level of energy and commitment.
And I want to thank you and your council members, as well as Mayor LeBlanc. You guys have been terrific in Herndon. And you're right. I mean, as I said, the first year we were told there really isn't a problem with food insecurity, and we told everybody that we'd be opening at 10. By 7:30, we had about 50 people in line, and we just started handing out bags of food and then telling people to go around back where we had free clothing.
Yeah. So next segment, let's come back and talk about everything this weekend and beyond. So definitely. So folks, told you it's going to be a special night. So please come back for a final segment, and really appreciate you hanging in here during this time of giving. So appreciate it. Be right back after the public service announcement.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Hi, I'm Josh Temple. You might have seen me on TV where I help folks turn their houses into dream homes. But forget construction. Parenting is the toughest job there is. So when you need help or advice, turn to the parenting experts at Boys Town.
I was afraid of that.
Well, guess it's time to get you fixed.
Your pets will start fooling around sooner than you think.
Go on, get out of here!
Accidental litters lead to millions killed in shelters each year. Help prevent more. Fix at month 4.
Food. It nourishes, brings us together, and adds flavor to life. That's why it's important to wash hands, surfaces, and fresh produce. Keep raw meat, poultry, and seafood separate from ready-to-eat foods like fruits and vegetables. And cook to proper temperatures using a food thermometer. Enjoy and refrigerate leftovers within 2 hours. For more tips on safely preparing foods, visit homefoodssafety.org.
We're back to the Inside Scoop. Here again, your host.
Hi folks, Cesar here, back in Studio C for our last segment. Appreciate you hanging in there. My guest this evening is Chief of Staff for Stars and Stripes Nova Committee, Mr. Philip Langer. Sir, thank you for hanging around.
Sure.
So you are serving those who serve us, leave no one behind.
That's correct. We want to move that forward. And, you know, it's really hard when you're just an individual to get something this big moving. But we've been so lucky. We've had so many people who've helped us along the way, including you. I still remember the day we got a call from a couple of women at a defense contractor, and they said, we've collected 50 winter coats, but we don't know who to give it to. And we said, come on down. And within 10 minutes, they were gone. And they were really delighted that they could help us. Women Helping Back have also been a really good ally of ours.
So you have a lot of events. You've got one coming up. It's your annual event this weekend?
Yes. Every December, the first Saturday in December, we have a food and clothing distribution. And we think it's important to do it during the holiday season because when I worked at the Air Force Aid Society, I was told that among veterans and service members, food insecurity hits hardest during the holidays at the end of the year. So that's one of the reasons we wanted to do it. And plus, you know, with the cold and everything, it's good to make sure everybody has coats and shoes even.
So for the info, people go to starsandstripesnovacommittee.org/events. They can check out the event. It's this weekend.
Yes.
And the giveaway is at the Green Lizard.
Yeah, at the Bike Shop Foundation. Okay. And yeah, come anytime. I would say between 9:30 and 12:30. We've had calls of people saying, is it too late to give food or clothing? No, it's not. If you want to come to our main office and drop something off, or the Green Lizard. I mean, even last year we had people showed up in cars. I remember 2 veterans showed up in an SUV and they said, this morning we were collecting men's clothing from other vets. Can we still give those out? And within 15 minutes they were gone, and we were so delighted that they had helped us.
Excellent. So again, people can go to the website to donate cash, or they can physically drop off non-perishable items at the Green Lizard Cycling Shop.
And I think if you go to the Green Lizard, you'll see on the donation boxes there is a QR code, so you can use that. And yes, we started in 2022. It seems like a long way ago, but it really isn't. We started with 2 small events at Reston National Golf Course, and then we transitioned starting last year with an 18-hole charity golf event to raise money for our programs, including adaptive sports, the PTSD, mental health, job training. And I want to give a shout out to the Green Lizard, to David Meyer and the whole Green Lizard bike group. They've been tremendous. And it's one reason we wanted to be there is it's downtown Herndon. It's very easy for people to walk to get donations. That was one of our concerns. Not everybody has a car. And we've even told some of our colleagues, if you have any disabled veterans who can't drive or won't drive, just drop by with your SUV and we'll give you a couple of bags of food and if you need clothing.
Yeah, and it's accessible on the bike path. And
there.
It's wheelchair accessible.
Well, that's why we've been working with Green Lizard. As you know, the bike path is right there. And one of their top mechanics, Bernard, worked with the Paralympics team. So we'd like to get more disabled veterans, whether they have a mental disability or a physical, to get on a bike and ride. I remember I talked to one veteran. He said, I can't keep up with the group, but I just like biking and then at the end talking to them. And I think it's a good way to network and feel like you're part of a community.
Definitely. No, and thank you for bringing your organization into Herndon. And I was happy that we poached you from Reston to Herndon for the golf tournament. So, and that's your annual event, right?
Yeah, I'm so glad that our office is in Herndon. I live in Herndon. My co-founder, Stephen Butski, also lives in Herndon. And the Herndon Centennial Golf Course is fantastic. We do an 18-hole. We always have a lot of people who show up.
Is that locked in for next year?
Yes, it'll be the Friday every year of Memorial Day weekend. We thought that would be appropriate since we're honoring all veterans. And it's a good way to get people to remember. We always say every family has at least one service member or veteran in their history.
Absolutely.
So we're asking you to help in their memory and to honor them, to help others.
So put me down, donation, and dibs on a beer cart.
Yeah.
So I will commit to that.
And one of our main sponsors is Mission Barbecue. They always come through with a
Love
lunch.
them. Love them.
And what's really terrific is I can't tell you how many golfers that have showed up to the Herndon Centennial, and they've said, I've never been here before. So it's a good way for them to know. And it's just, it's a good way to meet people, and we give out prizes, but it's a good way just to have a great day of fun, but also to help the veterans and first responders and families in need.
No, it's great. I mean, that's a great event. What are some of the other events that you all have on the program for next year?
Yeah, well, we work with Mayor LeBlanc. We're going to do an event for Veterans Day. We're also thinking of doing a couple more events with Armed Forces Mutual to get people involved. And I love the idea with Green Lizard of maybe doing some type of a bike event to bike through Herndon, where we could, both of the nonprofit organizations could not only tell people about our story, our mission, but also get some funding.
I attended one of your events with the Warriors Ethos. Talk to folks about that.
That was great. We did a joint.
It was amazing.
Yeah, we did a joint fundraiser just recently. About I guess it was about 2 months ago. I know the executive director, Chief Master Sergeant John Farrell. I worked with him for over 3.5 years with the Air Force Aid Society, and again, as I said, we like to partner with other nonprofits so we can bring in their assets. And what's great about Warriors Ethos, they do job training. So we said, we've had so many veterans who've come through, who food insecurity, get bags of food and said, do you know of any programs that can help us with job training and housing? So we're doing that as well to work with them. And as I said, we've worked with the Center for Veterans in Transition for anybody who needs help with mental health therapy, and they even do physical health therapy. Like for Parkinson's, they teach the veterans to box, and we also are working with LA Fitness as well.
What's the group's big challenges for next year?
Well, I think our biggest challenge is we want to grow, we want to bring in funding, and we want to build a comprehensive network so people can volunteer and be a part of us, and also to get the word out to veterans. I can't tell you how many veterans I've talked to who said, basically I'm just sitting in an apartment and I'm alone. And we really need them out and to feel like they're part of a community, and there's a network of people who really care about them. And the same like with adaptive sports or with food insecurity. A year ago, I talked to a gentleman who said he was an Army vet, and he was there with his wife and 2 small kids. And he said that he felt really bad that he couldn't buy food for his family. And we said, no, you served us, now we're serving you. Yeah, he said, when he left, he had 3 bags of clothing and 2 bags of food. We said, you served us, it's time for us to be served. As you said, leave no one behind. Whether just any family in need, we want to help.
No, that's a great thing. I mean, the community that you all serve is, and it's just like we said before, it's not just veterans, it's their families.
It is.
Right? That's
their families serve. And also I should tell you, I think I've told you this story many times. About 2.5 years ago, I was in Bethesda at an outdoor cafe with a client, and we were telling them about what we wanted to do when we first started Stars and Stripes Nova Committee. And a woman at the table next to me tapped me on the shoulder and she said, I'm sorry, I was eavesdropping, but I think what you're planning to do is fantastic. I have to tell you, I was one of the first female fighter pilots in the Navy. There are no programs for women vets, so we want to change that.
Wow. Wow. I hadn't heard that, so I'm glad you shared that.
Yeah. So
what are some other impactful stories like that?
Well, you know, we've had so many. I mean, I told you about the gentleman who rode his bike. And then what's really great is we've had, you know, here in the Northern Virginia, it's not just Herndon. I've gone to so many events and somebody will say, oh, I didn't tell you, but I'm a Navy vet or I'm an Air Force vet. And I'll tell you one other thing. About 6 months ago, I was at an event and these two gentlemen came up and they said, we're Coast Guard. Will you help us? And we said, yes, we'll help anybody in any of the services. And I think that's one of our differences. There are many worthy nonprofits that help veterans, but they'll only focus on one service. We want to focus on all of them.
Yeah, I think that is clear. It's clear in your mission. It's clear in how you approach and how you really encompass everyone. And like, it's not just the veteran, again, it's the family, and quite frankly, it's just people in need.
Oh, it is.
And that's a real.
And I think if you probably remember, last year we had about 4 or 5 women came with their small daughters, and I would say the oldest was maybe 10 or 12. And last year for our holiday event, our food and clothing distribution, it was like 24 degrees, and they came in shorts, t-shirts, and flip-flops. And when they left, we had shoes, we had winter clothing, and we had winter coats and gloves and caps for them. So we'll help anybody. And then another family, the son was going, I think, to junior high, and they said, all we can afford is 1 pair of pants and 1 shirt for him to go to school. And we were like, hey, you can't do that. So we gave him clothing as well as food.
No, again, I am aware of what you're doing. I just wanted, again, and I appreciate you coming on here and sharing the vision and the mission with everyone.
And if somebody has a vision or they have a different way that we can help veterans, we'd be happy to talk to them. And I told you about the young woman who we had to get a therapist. She had been a Navy commander, and then when she left, she became a therapist, and we thought she would be perfect because she knew what it meant to be in the military, even a family.
Well, very, very inspiring, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Keep doing what you're doing. I am here to help any way I can. So please.
Yeah, and everybody, please help. Thanks so much. We'll see you next Saturday.
Absolutely. Folks, again, Nova Committee, Stars and Stripes, novacommittee.org. Please donate what you can. And if you do, stop by Saturday.
Yeah,
appreciate you staying by.
December 6th.
See you on the next one, folks. Hang in there.
Thank you.
God bless you, man. What you guys are doing.
Yeah.
It's really good
well, you've
stuff.
helped us so much with Herndon.